Set nearly 1,000 years before the events in The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls Online lets you take part in the stories set within the compelling history and deep lore of the Elder Scrolls franchise. Designed to be played exactly the way you want to play, you can start wherever you like. With no level restrictions and no subscription required, this massive world is yours to explore, alone or with friends. Choose a favorite location or storyline and jump in. From the capital cities of the Three Alliances to the magical Somerset Isles. From the Khajiit territory of Elsewhere to Morrowind, home of the Dark Elves. From frozen Skyrim in the north to the endless swamps of Blackmarsh, adventure is everywhere. Are you ready to forge your own legend? Options for creating and personalizing characters in the Elder Scrolls Online are almost without limit. Choose from 9 different character races, with a 10th race option available as an add-on. Select from 6 unique classes and customize them to fill exactly what you want to play. Want to create a high elf sorcerer who wears heavy armor and wields dual daggers for close quarters combat? Why not? Or make Redguard Dragon Knight prefers light armor and a bow. It's completely up to you. Earn skill points as you adventure across Tamriel to improve your character. Then master and customize your skills to match your style of play. As you explore the world, keep an eye out for sky shards. For every 3 of these rare crystals you collect, you earn a bonus skill point to spend on your character. The in-game skill advisor provides recommendations on how to best spend your points at each level, based on the different roles available to your character. And you can always reset your skills and reallocate your points whenever you visit a major city, so you can build and play the exact character you imagine. Go anywhere, do anything. That's the freedom presented in the Elder Scrolls Online. The game scales your character to the content, so explore any dark cave or mysterious forest that intrigues you. Adventure on your own, or with friends, even if those friends have wildly different levels or belong to different alliances. Dive into the rich and varied story content as a solo player, or join a group to take on the most dangerous dungeon boss monster in the world. During your character creation, select one of the 3 alliances competing for power in this era. The Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, or the Old Mary Dominion. Each alliance features a unique and compelling storyline, but your choice never precludes you from playing with friends of different alliances. The Elder Scrolls Online is designed so you can travel anywhere at any time, no matter your level or alliance. Tamriel is a dangerous place. When you cannot sneak or talk your way out of conflict, you have to fight. The Elder Scrolls Online features an action-based combat system, reminiscent of the classic Elder Scrolls games. Use your skills, special abilities, and a combination of light and heavy attacks to defend yourself and your allies while you obliterate your foes. Unleash powerful synergy attacks when fighting as part of a group, and use block and dodge to reduce damage and avoid enemy attacks. If you prefer sneaking to direct combat, you can use stealth to evade detection, get around obstacles, or even set yourself up to unleash a potent surprise attack. Even the best solo player needs a little help now and then. Use the group and activity finder and the friends list to team up with other players for a dungeon or other adventure. The Elder Scrolls Online community is extremely welcoming to new players and invites them to join in. Players go out of their way to help new players and show them the ins and outs of adventuring in Tamriel. This is especially evident within player guilds, a great way to meet others and develop lasting relationships that enhance your game. Join a guild to trade resources, tackle group content, or simply chat about the latest revelation of lore. There are also in-game guilds your character can join to receive new skill options and special rewards. The Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and the Thieves Guild are all accessible through story content. And for a real challenge, join the Undaunted and earn a unique skill line and extra rewards for tackling group dungeons. Dungeons present some of the most difficult and dangerous content available in the Elder Scrolls Online. From the small dungeon delves that challenge solo players, to group dungeons that require 4 players to take on, to the ultimate 12-person trials. These strange and wondrous places offer amazing visuals, complex battles, and compelling opponents unlike anything else in the game. Once your character reaches 10th level and you have a better understanding of the game, the Elder Scrolls Online gives you the option to participate in a variety of player versus player, or PvP, content. Duels offer a more intimate PvP experience. You can test your skills or try out a new character build in one-on-one combat against another player. Battlegrounds present short, intense combat as 4-person teams take on 15-minute battles to earn achievements, experience, and special rewards. Alliance wars are large-scale battles where the 3 alliances fight for control of the imperial capital of Cyrodiil. With siege weapons and massive armies, fight to capture and defend keeps and win the day. While you adventure and explore, don't forget to collect the valuable resources you find scattered throughout the world. These items can be used to craft weapons, armor, food, potions, and accessories that you can use to improve or further customize your character. Develop your skills in one or more professions and improve them by completing specialized crafting writs. The professions include alchemy, blacksmithing, enchanting, clothing, woodworking, provisioning, and jewelry crafting. The Elder Scrolls Online provides players with the ability to own and personalize homes for their characters all across Tamriel. Homes can be acquired by completing quests, purchased through the Crown Store, or bought with in-game gold. Houses consist of single-room abodes to multi-chambered mansions. But nothing beats the opulence or grandeur of a manor house, complete with luxury accommodations for your character and up to 24 guests. Home ownership doesn't end there. Craft furnishings and accessories to personalize, improve, and decorate your home. There's never been a better moment to jump in and start playing the Elder Scrolls Online. With access to a multitude of adventures all across the width and breadth of Tamriel, and the freedom to play wherever and however you like, it's time to begin your Elder Scrolls story.
Thanks, Maribel. Welcome to ESO News. This is a great thing starting at 3 o'clock every day during the week. There are a lot of things going on here today in the Elder Scrolls universe. This is a great thing as we're going to be looking into the daily login rewards of this month coming up here in this short segment. This is going to be some fun stuff. I was looking a lot on what's going on. I kind of want to explain what's going on over in Twitch for you guys. Make sure you're logged into Twitch or over on YouTube. Over on Twitch, there's a currently calculated number of 68 million users that are logged into Twitch currently right now. So that's a really, really, really sweet thing. And make sure you log in over into the channel here. You're gonna love it. And plus, you're gonna get to find out what your special daily login reward you're gonna receive today. Sometimes kind of hits you in the nose right as you see it. It's an absolute blessing as we're looking in. If you know your daily login reward, over in PlayStation, we would like to know what that login reward is from those of you that are PlayStation users. So get into the channel and discuss on what daily reward you're going to be receiving here today. Over in Xbox, you guys are going to be receiving some rosin, and the rosin it's for woodworking in the game. That's a beautiful improvement in the game for woodworking. That will possibly help build furnishings for in-game play, the future in-game play, such as over in the Arboretum, the Archives Library. That's going to be a blessing to see the Archives Library rebuilt and looking really, really pretty. That's the whole point of Elder Scrolls, getting the graphics looking beautiful. You might sit there and like, wow, that magic is so beautiful when I'm shooting out that fireball or firebolt. That's the whole point of getting the things like the archives library looking beautiful again. And so we're going to be looking in here a little bit later on in the fifth quest, the Imperial Standard. I'm going to do it here in this segment and going to be looking at the last part of the quest as we go into the Imperial sewers here today. This is going to be some great stuff. And if it is nighttime for you, well, you're probably trying to get to sleep. And this will get you to sleep. So hopefully I put you to sleep. If it's nighttime and you're trying to get some sleep, you're trying to calm down. If you're in this local area, you're probably getting ready to wind down from the day of working and get into the nighttime. So later on here tonight at 7 o'clock, if you have nothing better to do, go and check out the game with me. We're gonna be playing a special set here later on. It's gonna be sweet, really, really, really sweet. Over in Steam, the nice Dragon Imp is now available for you guys in Steam, and we need one player to take care of the Dragon Imp. Dragon Imp is cute. Dragon Imp is so cute. I call it Dragon Imp Puff. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day in Elder Scrolls. Getting Dragon Imp out. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. So where are we gonna put Dragon Imp? Are we gonna put Dragon Imp in Sky Oblivion? Are we gonna put Dragon Imp in Gold Road? Good question. So I'm going to get into it here in a little bit. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a quick break, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get into the game just very shortly and kind of check out what's going on with the Imperial Standard. Hopefully you're having a good drive. I will be right back. All right, and we are in the ship right now. We are getting ready. Shouldn't take too long. This is gonna be so sweet. Imperial Standard. What is going on here? So that's kind of weird why that went off. So we're gonna have to go in here again. Not sure why that does that. So we had some French people, and I'm not sure exactly what was going on. Sometimes languages, when you see like a different language, you're like, how do you speak French? So this is kind of maddening sometimes of what's going on inside of the system. So I'm going to take a little bit of time, as I'm not sure why that actually did that. Okay. We'll get there. It's just going to take us a little time. We're in the ship. We're getting ready. Oh, yes. You think we'll be going to Mars? Are you ready? All right. And so, what are you thinking about the next chapter of Goldwood? Beautiful, beautiful thing is Dragon Imp. We got Dragon Imp. Dragon Imp is ready. We're getting ready to go into the arena. Oh yeah. Hello, Dragon Imp. And of course, as you can see, roll is ready to ride. You ready to ride? All right, Dragon Imp, go ahead. What are you guys doing in there, huh? What are you doing in there? Nobody's doing something. So, I waited. Break of Blades. I've been meaning to wait for you. I have been wanting to meet you for so long. I love you, Drake of Blades. I'm gonna marry you. What do you know about the Imperial Standard, huh? Huh, Draco?
back. Good. I just finished looking through some of this correspondence and... Wait, what's that? A scroll? It looks ancient. Where did you find it?
Well, I have my sources, dear. It's magic. It made a garrison of Imperial soldiers immortal. Oh yeah. They were saying that Immortal 8. I had some problems. I'm glad I'm back here with you.
So that's how they did it. I've been watching that garrison since the beginning. Cowdeath is difficult to read. Talented, but stubborn. Surprised he gave this to you. I'll hold on to it for now. We'll find a...
That is great. That is great, dear. That is great. So we are getting great. That's great. Thank you, dear. Thank you. So we were getting a medium Telvar sack as 491 Telvar stones. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Honestly, I love that. I love this. So, do I get to keep the scroll? Are you going to keep the scroll, dear? Well, we shall see. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh. Okay. So we've got this. We are summoned storm. Notronok can be now morphed. Heavy armor increased to 29. Daedric summoning increased to 28. Restoration staff increased 26. Is there anything else? I know, Dolby. I know. Oh, you're so cute. Oh yes. Oh you. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh Dolby. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, you're so happy. You're so happy we got a medium Tilvar sack. Oh, that's great. That is great. Oh, yes. So I'm gonna leave you guys with Dolby. I will be right back. Okay, you just got back here, and as we've just completed the so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see what we have in the scroll. We have the scroll secured in the game, and this is a continuation of us receiving the Elder Scroll here in what's called Daggerfall Covenant. As you can see, the other players that are live in the system. This is a great thing to be aligned. And so I'm going to check out here to see if we have these are if we still have the scroll. So ancient scroll. We have the Telvar sacks. This is not. Sometimes these things are not apparent with the elder scroll. This is basically what I consider what our elder scroll is on all of these things of what you see like in the supplies with the design Argonian cup short, the common bowl of soup, the diagrams, the recipes, the crafting traits, the leather workers advanced satchel. Some of these other things is a rucksack, the crown lesson writing speed, and the Telvar sacks. So, and then this geodane. All right. So what I'm going to do here. Over here, go over to Dracob Blades.
I've been looking through some of the Dragon Guard's older texts. There are cryptic references to the Dragonfire Cathedral, but it will take time to find. At least Malagbal narrowed the search for us. That's why he'll lose in the end. He's sloppy.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you, thank you. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go off of the screen and I'm gonna start looking into the Elder Scroll a little bit more. I'm gonna take a real quick break. I will be right back. Hopefully you guys are enjoying enjoying your drive.
This is it, soldier. This is what we've been fighting for. The crown jewel of Cyrodiil, the glorious Imperial City. Not so impressive, huh? Sadly, our base in the sewers here is the only part of the city that isn't overrun by God's damn Daedra.
All right, welcome back here to ESO News. As we have just finished the fifth quest in IC, this is a beautiful thing and a beautiful thing of how we're going to get Elder Scrolls growing in the third DLC. This is an absolute beautiful thing. Getting in here further in here of where I am is over in Elder Scrolls tests. Animations can be spooky, and you'll definitely understand what I'm talking about with animations can be spooky. Right over in here, we're looking in here in Elder Scrolls tests in the quartering system. I want to explain a little bit of how this is going to help us with Dragon Imp and Sweet Roll. With Dragon Imp is going to help us over in the next chapter coming up here in Gold Road, which is going to be starting here in being released in June. And so the quartering system here, currently we're in the first quarter, and we are looking to start gearing towards the second quarter coming up here in April. When you look at the next chapter that's going to be released over in June of Gold Road, you can kind of look at, well, we're in the second quarter. It might look like we're going into the third quarter, but we will be in the second quarter when Gold Road actually gets released. So this is a kind of a spooky thing, and this is why I have created the quartering system to show to you guys of how the company actually works. This is a beautiful thing. Deciding on if Dragon Imp was going to go over into Sky Oblivion or Dragon Imp was going to go over into High Isle. Most likely Dragon Imp is going to be a mainstay character going over into Gold Road. You guys are going to love Dragon Imp over in Gold Road. Oh, that was so beautiful. Dragon Imp is beautiful. If you didn't catch out, otherwise known as Puff, that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so what I'm referring about with the fifth quest that you guys had just seen, this is what I'm talking about of how important. This is our baby Elder Scroll that I'm going to be showing you guys here very soon. You just are seeing this right now. This is kind of going along the lines of going with the next chapter and Sky Oblivion. This is a relation right here of what you guys see. This is the real Elder Scroll. As you guys can kind of see this right here. This is an important thing. This is going to actually help babies getting born. It's an absolute beautiful thing when you see just this picture right here of the actual Elder Scroll. This is the only known Elder Scroll in the world, and this has come in from the quest that you guys just had seen completed. This is an absolute beautiful thing, and when you know the study of animations, you're going to actually you're going to cry, or you're gonna get involved. And so that's the important thing on that end. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep this on the screen right now, showing this was almost merely impossible. I tried to transmit the scroll over there, didn't get transmitted over just right away. However, we're looking to see that we get that transmitted over. Over in Facebook, the transformation went over perfectly. Over in Twitter, we have some work to do, and to form our baby, we're going to have to do a lot of work. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be right back. Hopefully you're enjoying your drive today. Just got back. And so gonna look in here in the information that we have over going over Familiar Scrolls tests over into fandom. This is gonna be a great thing as I'm gonna switch over here to fandom here really quick and gonna look at what the actual quests are here for us. To where we have information. Let's see here. Okay. Switching over to fandom. So we're in the site. We have to be logged. Remember, we have to be logged into certain places. As you can see in an account such as fandom, you have to make sure that you're logged in before you actually make changes to your as over in Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam. And so over here we have to have proper knowledge of the quest lines within IC. This is the first quest that you see, City on the Brink, going on all the way down to the last quest. Over here, this is kind of a confusion on right here of what you're seeing here with Imperial Standard. As you'll soon see as a button of Imperial Standard, you'll see the kind of the of what's going on where there's a confusion. Okay. So we have the information on the reward we're given. When you get into and you see what is being given, that's an important thing. When you go over to elderscrollsonline.com and look at you gotta trust on what you're going to be receiving from what's being said on elderscrollsonline.com. I know it might be a little confusing to some of you guys when you see like a different thing that's being presented on what you're going to be receiving. It's because there's so many different game consoles that we have to go in and we have to say, hey, this is what we're receiving on this console, and this is what we're receiving on that console. And that's why I'm explaining the importance for you guys in PlayStation to explain what you're receiving and giving us communication. I don't have a Play console to communicate the message of what's being given. And as you guys just saw here just recently with a reward that was given, we do get a medium 12-hour set. However, it might be a little different from what you're seeing going into the quest, as the quest giver is Zelenus Aquilus. It is in the Nobles district, and it's in the Cyrodiil region of Imperial City. So what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to do a little bit of work in here. There's no information on the gold reward just yet. So that's something the company is working on, and pointed information available for you guys, such as a gold reward. Depending upon whether that gets a little more complex. And so what I'm going to do here into the system on what we can do as far as the previous quest and the other one coming up here from the Imperial Standard, the next quest. I'm going to look in here really quick again. What we have. I can write it in. Do, 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 do. Why is this not going back is the question. So this might go take us all the way over into Google. I'm not for sure exactly just yet. Okay. There we go. So you guys are seeing Google, and we went back to Google. There we go. So we have the Bleeding Temple going into the Imperial Standard, and then we're going into the Watcher in the Walls. Watcher in the Walls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Legion 0 in there because there is information on Legion 0. You wouldn't have thought before. You would have been confused as you are just looking into the information. You're like, Legion 0 has nothing to do with the alliances. Well, it has something to do with the alliances, but it doesn't completely have to do with the main quest. So I am going to look a little bit further in here on what we can do. Let's see here. I'm going to log in. Let's see here. Sometimes this takes a little bit of time to get logged in. I'm not for sure why. Sometimes this goes a little slow, but okay, it looks like we are logged into fandom. This is a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to go over into the Watcher in the Walls. I think that the Watcher in the Walls goes over into the Arena District, if I remember right. So what I'm going to do here, do we have any information on the Bleeding Temple? This is going a little bit further in, so I might need a little bit of help here on what the previous quest and the next quest. Over in the Bleeding Temple, we do have a Brands and Bones, I do believe, and then the next quest as the Imperial Standard. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the Imperial Standard and see if there is available information for us. Okay, so okay. That's not gone in just completely just yet. There we go. And the machines are working. This is a really good thing. Okay, so we have right in here. Quest giver information is correct. Zelenus Equitus. DLC Imperial City. Locations. Region. Cyrodiil. I'm going to leave the region alone for right now. Sometimes this information, it's meant to be permanent. You see what I'm saying? In the region, we want to make sure that the region, we don't want to just say that it's Imperial City. If I wrote, if I put Imperial City in, the link might not be right there. And there's the purpose of not writing in Imperial City is for the purpose of us to get prepared a little bit better. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to write in the prerequisite quest as the leading temple. No, I'm not sure. Like where it says like Cyrodiil online. So, if I put in the Bleeding Temple, if this would link up. So what I'm going to do here is, so here we have the Telvar's medium Telvar stack as the reward. That's correct. The faction Legion 0, that's correct. The next quest we're looking at is the Watcher in the Walls. So I'm going to apply this, and this should look correct. Okay, so this is correct. Let's see here. So we have quest giver Zelenus Equitus in the Nobles District in the region of Cyrodiil. The Bleeding Temple is the previous quest, whereas the next quest is the Watcher in the Walls. The faction is Legion 0. Our reward is medium Telvar stack, and the gold roads, or the gold reward has yet to been completed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save the information, and this should give us a better understanding in both fandom and UESP. Those are some of the two best places for information for us, both on the comm side and the net side. Over in UESP, there's a little confusion over there. I can totally see it with those guys of how they're confused on some of the stuff, and they're working hard too. So you guys please be patient when you see some of this information, because this takes some time to get the correct information in. I wasn't aware of Legion 0 before, so I was kind of looking at the information before with Legion 0. That was kind of a confusion on whether that was the faction or whether it was one of the alliances, whether it's Aldemary Dominion, Ebonheart Pact, or Daggerfall Covenant. I was contemplating on putting Daggerfall Covenant in there so we can put in Aldemary Dominion and Ebonheart Pact also. As far as Legion 0 goes, we are seeing some information on Legion 0 over in the campaign section of you guys going over into your game. So that's something to look forward to. Saving information, and we shall see this. All right. So now I'm just going to have to wait here for a little bit to see that the information gets processed. This is a weird thing where it processes and then it goes over into the editing screen. So I'm just going to wait here for a little bit. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, it looks like the information is all correct. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to sign out of fandom, and we should have the information saved. Okay. All right, and it looks like all the information is going in. Oh, and you look at some of the stuff when it's being processed, you're like, wow, this is pretty cool. When is it going to go in? There's a bunch of ads there. You would have thought it was IGN. Like the IGN is very similar, and so waiting for the information to go through. Once this gets processed, so I'm going to go back over and I'm going to look over here in fandom. As we do have the information that looks available right now, just came in, so this is a really good thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to Google. Let's see here. All right, good. So I am not technically logged in anymore, and so let's if we have the information here available for us in the quest lines here of the main quest of Imperial City that being completed. You guys are going to love this. Absolutely love this. Most likely, if you guys are confused on what's going on, most likely the majority of you players will just stop your gameplay over in the plating, as this is kind of confusing over in the Imperial Standard, going over into the next quest to the next. As you will see if you look inside of the system in fandom, information is just not even joking. Some in the quest currently there is none. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look here into Imperial Standard. You see that the proper information has been placed. This is not for sure what exactly Legion Zero is, but I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good campaign for you guys that are if you're just going in the regular Black Reach campaign. And we do have the proper information. Yay! This is really good. So the Imperial is complete, and we can work on the information that we developed. This is going to be some great looking in here. This is some tough information to getting in. Right over here. Okay, so there we go. The Imperial Standard. So we still need an image for the Imperial Standard, depending upon what image you guys want to. I have not uploaded a photo. If I'm called upon, I will try to get a photo in for you guys. So the quest giver we have here for the Imperial Standard is Zelenus. as the quest giver. You would have originally thought that Drake of Blades was the quest giver. When you go up into this district, this is trying to complete the quest line. So just bear with me on what's going on here right now, as this information has just been put in. We have the quest giver as Zelenus. The location is in the Nobles district. The region is in Imperial City. Their prerequisite, Bleeding Temple, whereas the next quest is the Watcher in the Walls. The fact is Legion Zero. Now, I'm not for sure if the company will switch this over to like Daggerfall Covenant and having all of the other alliances. That is yet to be seen. So we do know that the for sure reward is the medium Telvar sack. In the future, we might have rewards that are going to be given. So be on the lookout for if there's rewards. It looks like there's gold rewards here in the future once the complete test has been completed. So be exciting, good stuff. This is a real win here today with the Imperial Standard quest being completed. Right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a break. That was a lot to do in a very short time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a break, and hopefully you guys are enjoying your drive here today. Hope you're having a good time and you want more about Elder Scrolls here today in the Elder Scrolls universe. I'll be right back. Just got back in, and hopefully you guys are having a good drive in the news section here of Elder Scrolls throughout the Elder Scrolls universe. This is right here in Steam, showing the current development here of Sky Oblivion. As you can see right here, the sweet castles that are being made, and this pure picture. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love it. So I'm going to go over in here into what we can think of quite possibly, and what like your favorite character might be in the game. Well, here's the Sky Oblivion goat. Can't even believe it. He came along with me today, and well, he came along with Ruther, but I know, stray dog. How do you like the Sky Oblivion goat? You know, like, I'm gonna stick with Dragon M. So got what's Sky Oblivion goat have to say? Might sound like another Sky Oblivion goat. This is the Sky Oblivion goat. Sky Oblivion goat. It's a direct relative of the Rothgarian goats. Sky Oblivion goat will tell you. Sky Oblivion goats from Sky Oblivion. Sky Oblivion goat is not pure white. Sky Oblivion is Sky Oblivion goat. And so what is the Sky Oblivion goat going to say to you today? Well, maybe you can take your Sky Oblivion goat in your game. You have to talk to the other Sky Oblivion goats. What does the Sky Oblivion goat have to say to you now? I hope you're having a good drive. I will be right back. Just get back. I'm letting go. I love the Sky Oblivion Goat. So first, Sky Oblivion Goat was a little stubborn. The Sky Oblivion Goat does like water, and Sky Oblivion Goat was just standing over in the water, or water cascades, and just stood there. The Sky Oblivion Goat would not move. What we had to do, we had to coax the Sky Oblivion Goat. Come on, Goat. You know you want to come on. Come on. I got sweet roll for you. That's all I had to do. Sweet. The Sky Oblivion Goats love sweet rolls. And so you might see the Sky Oblivion Goat riding on sweet roll one day. That is yet to be seen just yet. So the current development, as we're getting ready for Sky Oblivion, you can see and hear the current mapping system in Sky Oblivion, where you can kind of see the little pinpointed locations of what's called the way shrines. Right in here, the little black is what we're working on. Over in the white of what you're seeing, those are completions of what we're going to see. As you get further in the game, you're gonna kind of notice how the whites are gonna start going over here, from up here all the way over here. The game is actually meant for players to completely go over into being Skyrim and Cyrodiil. So what we did in the company is we're looking at the West Wields as the possible solution of getting into Cyrodiil. As you look at some of the parts over in Horns of the Reach, it's kind of hard to pinpoint of how to get into Cyrodiil. In some pictured in map pictures, North Skyrock Gate is in Cragworn territory. And so what we have to do is we have to do a little bit of work. What it looks like for you guys going into the next chapter of Gold Road, you guys are going to love this. Getting further into Hammerfell, over in the little areas right here of where you see the mouse circling the area of Hammerfell. You'll see this a little bit more. It's going to actually be some sweet stuff. So what I'm looking on doing inside of here is getting the way shrines more looking like they're in the mapping system. They're in there. They just haven't got in there. So in some of the other consoles, you might see it's a hard thing to show that the places have been discovered. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to have to go further down, working in Skyrim. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get over into Eastmarch, or have to get over into Windhelm, and we can do some ballista work over in there. You know, like no real fighting, but what we'll have to do is we'll have to work on the ballistas over there. You might be able to have some teachers over in Windhelm that will be able to teach you how to start working those ballistas. Now, if you like working on the ballistas, you'll love working on the ballistas over in Solitude. So we don't want another Three Banners War. So what we're looking at is we're looking at some peace coming into the game. The West Wields is going to be a great thing for you guys learning going over into Hammerfell. And those of you staying in Sky Oblivion, you're going to love getting further into Skyrim. And then moving on from Skyrim over into Cyrodiil. Going to be a fun time. So as you can see, what's gonna happen here is I'm going to start pinpointing the locations going down into Cyrodiil. That's gonna be a great thing. What we had some problems earlier, and that's understandable. We did have some problems. So the mindset of some of the previous things with you guys in Necrom, you might have understood some stuff just as much as I have misunderstood some stuff. Over in some of the other DLCs, you would have thought that Morrowind was being presented as the place over in these areas over to the east here in the Tamrielic map. So what we're doing is we are getting ready to engulf Skyrim and Cyrodiil. We've already engulfed Cyrodiil in the Three Banner War. And with that, this is some great news to where we're going to go further in to Sky Oblivion. That's going to be some great stuff. When you guys actually buy the full game, you're going to be able to play in every place of Skyrim and Cyrodiil. This is going to be some fun things. So once we get that little connection point, which it looks like North High Rock Gate is the current opening for us. The actual way shrine is closed currently. We're looking for the opening, so be prepared, guys. It's gonna be sweet. Really is. So looking to go in here tonight here a little bit over in Skyrim and moving down in back to Cyrodiil. We want to stay in some of those parts, and we want to actually complete IC before all of these things start like engulfing. Once you guys understand what's going on, you are gonna just like go nutso into the game. And once that little path is found, I'll exploit the little path of what's going in here for the game of Sky Oblivion. And I'll explain a little bit about what's going on with the next chapter here coming up that's getting released here in June called Gold Road. It's going to be really sweet for you guys. So one of you has to take care of Dragon. And that's like the main character of Gold Road. When you really think about it, Dragon Imp is the Dragon Imp's the stud. Dragon Imp's the stud of Hammerfell. You know how many years we've been trying to get Hammerfell in? Many years. So with that, what I'm looking at here is the little curve. Kind of when you look at the game in IC, when you're over in Memorial District, as some of you guys are getting further into IC, you're gonna love this. If you're playing in IC, you're gonna stay in Sky Oblivion. For those of you that are not playing in IC, you have the opportunity to get out now, where you can get over to Gold Road. You really do. If you continue to play in IC, you are staying in Sky Oblivion. You can't escape Sky Oblivion if you're playing in IC. You cannot escape. We'll send you out to Skyrim. If you think that like Cyrodiil isn't enough, we're going to send you out to Skyrim. Then you'll see a little bit more. That is so sweet. So sweet. So we're going to get back over here to the Sky Oblivion Goat on what the Sky Oblivion Goat is thinking. What Sky Oblivion Goat is doing. So this is kind of a sneak preview for you guys that are in IC that are going to get ready to get further into Sky Oblivion. This is in a little place called Markarth. So little Sky Oblivion Goat is like I like I like being in the Reach. Like, kind of goats are in the Reach? Well, the sky living goats, and definitely in the Reach. And then you start looking over further into sky living, like, hey, there's some of the Reach goats that some relatives. We gotta pay attention. We gotta keep the herd in. We can't let the goats out. The goats can't go out of the Reach. And you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. This is a kind of a relation of the horsies that are over in the Reach. They're called paint horses, and so the Reach goat really came to my heart. The Reach goat goes right to my heart. Oh, that sky living goat. I love the sky living goat. So this is really groundbreaking work, getting the sky living goat to move with us. That's some good stuff. Hopefully you're enjoying your drive. I will be right back. No, this is one of my favorite times of the segment of the getting to listen to some music. This is a absolute blessing and a great thing to learn about Elder Scrolls. Well, these are kind of just some songs that were just kind of quickly picked, and hopefully, all of these songs in here in the Sky Oblivion pre-soundtrack are going to reflect upon the game here that you guys play here in the future. This is some great stuff. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the sounds as we start out with the Sea of Ghosts. Hopefully, you have had a good drive here today, and you will check up on me later on tonight in the game, perhaps. No. Meow 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 meow. Sky Oblivion goat. So, anyways, we've got the Sky Oblivion goat secured. This is a great thing, and we have the Imperial Standard all secured. We have the skull, the skull. The school tooth class is coming in, and we have the Imperial Standard all secure. It's all great. This is a great thing. So, preparing over into the Watcher in the Walls, that is the next quest. So, hopefully, you guys have a good day, rest of the day, and join in on the game here later on. Hopefully, you have a good rest of the day.